Hi, Mister.
Hi, how you doing? How are you today, guys? Okay, guys, I'm going to mute you all, okay, because there is interference. So it's a pleasure to have you here in my class, language class, okay? Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, as you can see through your screen, I have prepared a presentation, a special presentation for today's class, because uh, nowadays we have added this new subject, which is language. Okay, language would be kind of similar to reading class. Okay, just to have in mind that, just to keep in mind. And okay, and one more thing. Let's see. Please, I need you to open your books. Open your books. What page? Well, basically we are on page 64. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry. Let me check. 64. Yes, 64. Today we're going to start in this new unit, which is pronouns at work. Okay, this is a topic that you already know, guys. Okay. Thank you for your greetings. Hello, how you doing? Oscar, what happened? Okay, for penmanship. Okay, at the end of this class, before finishing this class, I'm going to give some instructions. Okay, Oscar, for penmanship, book and notebook as well. Okay. Okay, guys. So ready for the class? I'm going to start with this. Just let me see some things and we can start. All right, if you have any questions, please, as always, you can let me know through the chat. I will be answering all those questions, okay? Well, guys, for today's class, we have an important topic. Okay, let me click on here to get started. Introduction. The introduction about this topic is pronouns. What kind of pronouns? Well, basically we have different pronouns, as you know. And please don't forget to open your books, your language books on page 64. All right, so let's continue. Pronouns at work. This is the name of our unit. Pronouns at work. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Okay, so here I have written some examples for you guys. So just to classify them or to identify them, I would like to read this sentence for you. Jenny wished that she had worked harder. So what I want you to be focused on this is that to take attention, to pay attention for this. This is the pronoun. Remember, she is a person. So, but who is she? We are talking about Jenny. It's the same, right? Jenny is another way to say she, or she is another way to say Jenny, because we are referring to Jenny. In this case, this is our main subject, okay? Hi, Rebecca. Good to have you here. All right. So the pronoun is she. We have different kinds of pronouns, okay? Later on, we are going to study about this. Okay, the second pronoun about this. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Uncle Benny and Uncle Lenny laugh at themselves. Themselves. Okay, what happened with themselves? Well, actually, themselves, it becomes a pronoun. Wow. Why? Because themselves simplify the subject number one and the subject number two. So we, in other words, we classify them by saying this, themselves, because they were laughing about themselves. That's the word. So the pronoun, it's taking the place. So this is the main subject here in that case. It becomes the main subject because it's taking the place. All right. So we don't have much time here, but I need to go quickly, okay? I need to erase this. And now, okay, please, let's focus on page 64. Let me see if I have the exercise here. I'm sorry. Before I continue, I need to teach you about an antecedent. An antecedent. What does that mean? What's the meaning of that? Okay, an antecedent is a noun, is the noun for which a pronoun stands. Wow. So this gives support, okay? This antecedent gives the support. So is, in other words, Jenny, Uncle Benny, and Uncle Lenny, talking about page 64, they become our antecedents, okay? Because they give the introduction, and when we have them, once we have them, so we can be clear about to become or to use the next pronoun in simple words. All right? So if you still have questions, no problem, okay? When doing the exercise, when we are going to do the exercise, once we get the exercise, so it will be easy to recognize them, okay? So now, right now, yes, I need you to pay attention and let's focus on page 64, okay? Let's focus on exercise A, the section that says think A, exercise, antecedents and pronouns, okay? For example, the number one, who can help me? In this case, we need to, the instruction says circle the antecedents of the underlined pronouns. Okay, in this case, he is a pronoun, but who will be or who is the antecedent? Who is the antecedent? I will give you a key. The antecedent always are going to be people's names. For example, John in this case. So in this case, we need to circle John because this is the antecedent, all right? Okay, let me see. Exactly, Deborah, very good, well done. That's the antecedent. Okay, for number two, William Shakespeare was 52 years old when he died. Okay, remember, in that sentence, he is the antecedent. And who will be the, I'm sorry, he is a pronoun, but who will be the antecedent in that sentence? 52 years or William Shakespeare? Please help me in the chat. Write the sentences in the chat. Let's see if you have them. Who will be the antecedents? Let's see. The antecedents. William Shakespeare, yes. Dimitri, excellent. So please circle William Shakespeare will be our antecedent. For number three, the children love Jocelyn because she assisted them at their sports. Wow, in that case, she is the pronoun, but our antecedent will be Jocelyn or children. Jocelyn, yes, because in the sentence is talking about, Jocelyn. Exactly. Please circle Jocelyn. Circle the name Jocelyn. Okay, let's continue. Number four. When Brad noticed that the clock was fast, he said it. Okay. Wow, be careful because we have two. In that case, we have two pronouns. Is he and it. Okay, so or antecedents will be, because he and it are pronouns. So for number four, and or antecedent will be, how many antecedents we have in number four? For for number, yes, for sentence number 4. 2, okay. Who are? A ver, ¿quiénes son? Please, help me. Who are the antecedents? Yes, in that case, number 1 is Brad and the clock. Yes, because it's talking about the clock, an object. So, please, circle Brad, circle the name Brad and clock. Okay, fantastic. Continue. Okay, you can finish that exercise because it's missing one more, but we're going to skip one more. We're going to skip in the next, for the next exercise. Okay, let's focus on exercise B right now, please. Number 5, you have to finish at home, okay? Let's focus on exercise B. Think B exercise, okay? In this case, it talks about David was a shepherd boy. David, as you know, David is our antecedent, but in this case, okay, let me erase this to continue, not to get confused. Okay, David is our pronoun. Okay, wow. So we identified it. And we continue. Often faced, let me move this. Okay, wait. Okay, it's better. Yes, I was telling you, as I was telling you, David often faced dangers as David. Okay. Care for Jesse's sheep, I mean. Just give me a moment and to continue, okay. Okay, so David is the pronoun in that case. It's just antecedent, but it becomes the pronoun, is he. So Jesse's sheep. Jesse is David's father, okay? Jesse is David's father, as you know. And continue. God gave David what? David, as you know, in this case, is different, the pronoun. What kind of pronoun would be? In this case, we call the objective pronoun, objective. So it's no more he, it's him. Okay, I'm going to write it here, please. Write in your books, him. It's another kind of pronoun, but it's the objective. The first one, this he, is the normal. As you know, is the subjective. Is the initial sentence. Is the initial word that continues the sentence. So, in this case, God gave him, or you can say God gave David strength to kill a lion and a bear, which we continue. Okay. So the second part, where it says, through this experience, David learned to rely upon God. Later, please, donde dice later, please continue reading. It appears David, okay, where it says David, right upon David, he, again, write this, he, okay, because it's the subjective, it's the initial word to continue the sentence. Okay, guys, so in the next, I'm going to continue reading. David was able to win a battle for Israelites. Because David, it becomes he again. Please write over David, write he again. Write he. David had trusted God for strength to fight a giant. Okay, so guys, this is the page. This is the work of page 64. Okay. If you continue reading, you are going to find more exercises. Okay, so please follow with me to the second page for today's work. Okay, personal pronouns. On page 65, we have the information. We have the important information about different pronouns, different kind of pronouns. Okay, we have first one, the first column, or the first row, we have subjective. This is important because this is the title. This is the heading. Subjective case. What are the subjective case? Are the pronouns that we already know. For example, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they, etc., right? And so on. So the objective case is like the person who you are speaking to, the person who you are speaking to, okay? Is the person who receives the action. Is the person who receives the action. Or most of times is the initial person that you started talking about first, and then to continue at the end. For example, the objective pronoun of I is me. Es lo mismo, right? I and me, but this is the objective, right? Okay, for you is the same, you. For he, this is there is a little change. He, him. For she is no more she, is her, her. For it is the same. We, us, and they, them, right? Just keep in mind this. And this is another category. For example, possessive case is when you are talking about possessive things, things that belong to you. For example, the possessive, there's another topic which is possessive adjective. So this is include. This is got into, okay? My, the possessive of I is my. The possessive of you is your and yours. So this we are going to use it as well. For he is his. For example, he likes to work in his office, right? He likes to work in his office. For she, the possessive is her. Possessive case, exactly. For it eats. For example, the dog is eating its food. But look at this, please pay attention to this. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this it with apostrophe. Right? This is not important right now. This is the important. It's. This classifies as possessive, right? It's. That's its pronunciation is the same, but the use is different. Okay, for we have or our, ours, ours. It depends. So they, the possessive is their. Okay. Okay, guys. So this was just the extra information. Okay, Danny. Okay, I need to open your book. Yes, no problem. You can find it. Please find it out. Find it out. Okay. Let me see. To continue with the second or the third one. Let me erase this to continue. Remember, language is totally different because language, it requires to continue doing exercises, okay? So it's kind of different. Okay, let me see. Yes, that was. Okay, we have this one. Exactly, it's kind of lenguaje, but in English in this case, because we need to learn some grammatical rules, some tips, and some things that they are going to help us. Okay, recognizing personal pronouns. Okay, what page? Okay, let's skip. Let's continue on page 66, please. Page 66. what do we have? Recognizing personal pronouns. Okay. I'm going to try to finish with all the exercise, but in case I don't finish, you can finish at home. You can finish them at home, okay? So for what the instruction says, referring to the personal pronoun chart below, circle the personal pronouns. Okay, what are the personal pronouns? Remember, we have different personal pronouns that we already saw in the column, in the chart. In your book, you can see that chart too. The subjective case, the objective case, and the possessive case, okay? The three different rows in that case. Okay, so for example, I'm going to help you. Jesus said what? Okay, in this case, I have highlighted this word, I. Please, write an S to identify this as subjective. Please write an S over the pronoun I. And circle as well. Circle this word, circle I, okay? Write an S in your books and circle as well. Okay, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Okay, what about number 2? She told me that they will be coming soon. Okay, so she, what category belongs to? A ver, chicos, ¿a qué categoría representa esta? She. Please help me in the chat. Help me through the chat. Is a subjective, it is a objective, or is a possessive? You have to do that. Simple as that. What you have to do is identify and classify them whenever you get it, okay? Whenever you get them, it will be easier to recognize them and to continue working, okay? Okay, let me see the chat. She is, yes. She is subjective. Very good, guys. Monica, Sophie, very good. Kaylee, excellent. Okay, write an S. Encima, right over this pronoun, write an S. Well, this looks like number 5. Okay, sorry, because it's difficult to write here. Okay, she told me, which category belongs to? ¿Qué categoría pertenece? For subjective, for objective, or possessive? This is the key. Yes, it's objective. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Kaylee. It's objective, please. En este caso, lo que vamos a hacer es colocar una letter O, or this is a vowel, this one, O, objective, and circle. Yes, all of this we have to circle. Todos tenemos que encerrar. So please circle and write an O upon it. Okay, and we have one more, they. What happened today? Which category belongs to? ¿Cuál pertenece? ¿A cuál pertenece? Subjective, objective, or possessive? Let's see. Subjective, yes, is initial. Is like the introduction of, is the subject of the introduction for the sentence. It's introductory, yes, in other words. So we have to write an S and circle as well. Okay, please, in your books, continue doing the same thing. Así vamos a hacer lo mismo with the next exercises. Okay, one more, tenemos uno más. Because of the time, we don't have much time. That's why I need to go rather quickly, okay? Tengo que ir muy, muy rápido. So, the desk, number 4, the desk that I moved was mine. Okay, look at the chart. Veamos la tablita. Mine, which category belongs to? Possessive. Kaylee, excellent, well done. Possessive is the possessive of I. In that case, we need to write a letter P, upon. Sobre esta, colocamos una letter P or consonant P. Very good. Okay, for number 5. That, I didn't write it. Aquí no lo escribí, but you have to continue. Number 5. That and I, please. In that case, I is the subjective. Circle the pronoun I. Estamos hablando de number 5. Number 5, please. That and I, en ese caso, I is the subjective. This is what you have to do, okay? Are going, what? Yes, Dad and I are going camping with them. Then will be the subjective, possessive, the objective. Excellent, Deborah. And yes, Paola, in that case, that was the other one. Excellent. Them is possessive. I'm sorry, objective. I was thinking about the other one. So number 5 is them is subjective. Objective. Okay, this is what you have to do. And circle this word, as you know. Circle these ones. Okay, and then we have to continue. Okay, any questions about this? Questions? No questions? I'm sorry, I had a problem. I fixed it. Sorry, I was telling you that you can skip. Let's focus on page 68. 68, because the page 67, it has more information. It brings more information about the different use of subjective, objective, and possessive. Okay, so this is something that you already know. Okay, continue with page 68. Okay, exercise think A. Okay, let's do it together. For example, okay, page 68. Page 68. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome, Florence. You're welcome. Page 68. Ok, veamos el caso aquí. Think A. Tenemos, dice, place A by each, place a check by each word which is correctly spelled possessive pronoun. Okay, you have to identify if the pronouns are correct spelled or correct written. Tenemos que identificar si están correctamente escritos. Ok, so the number 1 dice que tenemos que poner a check. For number 1, voy a hacer aquí. I'm going to write here. For number 1, we have their. So their is correct, okay? Number 2, what do you think? Is correct or is wrong? Please help me in the chat. Throw the chat. Number 2. Aha, Monica, please help me. Wow, we have less than 10 minutes. Okay, continue. For number 2, yours. ¿Entra en la categoría de possessive pronouns or different pronouns? Is it spelled It is spelled correctly? Yes, it's correct. Definitely. Number 2, guys, please write a check. This means that is correct. Number 3, is correct or incorrect? Let's focus on this, please. Is incorrect, yes. So, number 3, don't write. No escriban nada. Number 3, don't write anything. Okay? Don't write anything. Así déjenlo. Yes, number 4. What about this? Is your. Is correct or incorrect? Is incorrect. Yes, number 4, don't write anything. Number 5, is correct or... yes. Let me see. Exactly, it's correct. Number 5, guys, is correct. Is theirs. Check, okay? Number 6, what about number 6? Is hers. Is correct. Está en la categoría, right? Yes or not? Florence, excellent. Definitely is correct. Number 6. Number 7. What about number 7? Ours. What about with that apostrophe? Not right. That is not familiar. Yes, it's incorrect. Number 7 is incorrect. Don't write anything. No escriban nada. Don't write anything. Skip it. Okay. And so on. You have to continue with this, okay? I need to teach you with the second exercise, okay? Please finish it at home. Termínalo en casa, please. Finish it at home. Exercise think be. Right now, let's focus on this, okay? The example says, the instruction, underline all of the personal pronouns in the following sentences. The second instruction, circle the subjective case pronouns. Third instruction, box the objective case pronouns. Okay, here's my example. Number 1, for exercise, for exercise 2, for example. Or think B, exercise think B, okay? You have to circle the pronoun, which is I, in. What else? What else? Make a box, like a chart, like a square. Hacer un cuadrito, dice. ¿Dónde? The second objective pronoun. Like this. This is a little square, a little chart. Okay? And underline. Because the instruction says this. You have to circle the objective pronoun, the subjective pronoun, which is I, and make a chart or make a square for the objective and underline. Okay, for number 2, help me please. We is objective, subjective, or possessive? We, the pronoun we, number 2, for think B, exercise think B. What do you think? Exercise think B. Okay, wow, we have 5 minutes. Yes, in that case, it's subjective. Please, what you have to do is, for we, you have to circle. You have to circle and continue reading. We are going on a picnic tomorrow. That's all. Solo lo underline, please, underline. That's all. También circle and underline. Number 3. The pencil is his. His. Number 3. His. Okay. The pencil is his. So his, in that case, is the possessive. Underline. Just underline it. Solo subrayenlo. Just underline. No, for number 3. And continue. The pencil is his, comma, but the pen is hers. So aquí continúa. It appears another one. Hers. Hers is subjective, possessive, or objective. It's possessive, yes. So just underline it. Solo hacemos esto, right? Solo underline it. Subrayar, okay? Okay, and then you have to continue finishing, okay? So let's keep this. So think, see, exercise, think, see. Aquí vamos ahorita. Exercise, think, see. I'm going to erase these notes, okay? Do you have any questions, guys? If not, we continue with exercise, think, see. We have 3 minutes, okay? We have to hurry up. Okay, the rest of the work, you have to finish it at home, okay? And then send the pictures to me. Okay, okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Think, see, okay. In this case, write a subjective, you have to classify them. For example, Mr. Simons, okay, Mr. Simons. He is, in this case, okay, in your book, you are going to find like this. Va a aparecer como subjective, objective, etc., right? And possessive. What you have to do is just classify. For example, Mr. Simons pertenece a he, pertenece a him, and possessive, his, okay? And that's all. For number 2, rabbit. Rabbit is a person, is an animal, or is an object? What do you think? What do you guys think? Okay. Very good, Florence. That's wonderful. You're welcome. It's an animal, as Dimitri said. Okay, so rabbit, in that case, you need to write the subjective of rabbit is it. Okay, I'm going to write rabbit like this. Okay, the objective of rabbit is it, is the same. No cambia, it's the same, remember. And the possessive of rabbit, let me see, is it's. Wonderful. So guys, you are amazing. You are very eager with this, okay? I'm sorry, I put the apostrophe. It's not the apostrophe, it's just it, okay? So guys, wonderful. Okay, guys. So, and then you have to continue working up to page 69. If you can send me the pictures of page 69, it will be amazing. Okay? So, in this time, para este tiempo, please, I need to explain to you about penmanship. Okay, chicos, for penmanship, you have to copy different poems, different quotations, and different things, different exercises, using a beca letter. Remember, no vayan a hacer con otro tipo de letra. Solo a beca letter. La guía está en la agenda virtual. Simple as that. No vayan a hacer otros ejercicios. Si dice la lesson 30 a la 35, solo esas. 69, extra point. Okay, Valeria Lopez, it would be good. Yes, definitely, extra points for you and for the rest, para todos. En penmanship, remember, tenemos desde la lesson 30 hasta 35, 35. Please, work on it at home. Trabajen en casa, tienen toda la semana. Y lo mismo, solamente los ejercicios que están explícitos o especificados, detallados en la agenda virtual, nada más. No vayan a hacer otros. Si van a hacer los tests, ese es opcional. Mónica me preguntaba, pero los tests son opcionales. Si ustedes quieren seguir practicando, háganlo, no hay problema, va a ser mejor para